What's going on, smart people? It's me, your boy Jimpy, and I know it's actually been a while since I've recorded a video back outside. But hey, when I'm doing commentary videos like this, the perfect place to be, especially during Corona. It's nice to be outside and just get a little bit of fresh air instead of being inside all day, you know? But anyway, the point of today's video is to react to the new 2020 AP exam details, which actually I pulled up on my phone right here. In this video, I'm going to read out the details for you and basically just give my opinion on what I think. So I don't know if all of my followers know much about the AP test, but I'll go ahead and give a quick little explanation. So in high school, there's these classes you can take called AP classes. But at the end of the school year, you basically take this one test, and it tests everything you learned from the whole school year. It basically put them all in one test, and half the test is multiple choice, half is like essay questions. And if you do good on the test, you get passing grade, then you pretty much get the college credit for it. These tests are really hard. I think I need to stress that because these tests are not easy. They take a lot of preparation. But obviously, due to Corona and school being canceled in most states now, I think they obviously had to change up the test and how they're going to run it. So keep in mind, before these changes, the test itself would usually last around 4 hours. You know, it was like an hour of multiple choice, an hour of short answer questions, about 2 hours for essays. That's just the history one. I mean, these are very long tests, at least 3 to 4 hours depending on the test. But I think without further ado, let's just get straight into the exam details. So I actually have it pulled up on my phone right here. So without further ado, I have the details pulled up on my phone right here. Let's just go ahead and read them and let's see what they are. So students can choose to take their AP exams either during the May 11th to 22nd window or the June 1st to 5th window. Each subject's exam will be taken at the same time worldwide. Most 2020 AP exams will have 1 or 2 free response questions, each question timed separately. Students can take them online or handwrite and submit a photo. So students may not consult with others. Comprehensive and strict set of protocols to prevent and detect cheating include, but not limited to, students required to verify identity and confirm work is their own on test day, student work provided to their teachers after testing, and then plagiarism detection software. Students trying to gain an unfair advantage will have their scores canceled and their school and potential colleges will be notified. So then as usual, will be scored in the 1 to 5. Forget those you don't know. 1 basically means no college credit. A 4 or 5 is pretty much college credit, and then a 3 is maybe college credit. Depends on the college, but if you get a 4 or 5 on the test and you're pretty solid, that's usually considered college credit, which your boy Jimpy last year got a 4 on his world history test. So anyway, not to brag or anything, but this year I'm taking 3, and I'll get to that a little bit later. We anticipate releasing scores as close to the usual July timeframe as possible. So guys, I'm just going to be flat out honest, and to be honest, I don't like any of these changes, and I think they kind of ruin the whole point of the AP test. So I actually have 4 reasons why I don't like the test, and I'll be sure to address all 4 points in this video, starting with the first one, which is cheating. So my first point is cheating. Now, I'm sure the College Board and the whole AP, I'm sure they have very advanced anti-cheating detection systems, and I'm just going to say all of you guys watching this video, do not cheat. It is not worth it. They're going to send it to colleges, and you're basically going to be blacklisted. So do not cheat. But here's my problem with the whole test. My problem is that I think the College Board greatly underestimates how clever students can be when it comes to cheating. Students these days are able to find ways around everything. Like, students have literally evolved up to this point and are master cheaters. So do not cheat, but my problem obviously is that, well, stopping cheaters from getting 4s and 5s unfairly. Is it really fair for somebody who spends the time preparing and studying to work hard and maybe only get a 2 or 3 than a cheater who looks up stuff on their phone and gets a 4 or 5? But anyway, my first and second point kind of go together, and that brings up my second point, which is verifying identity. Now, the College Board mentioned in that post I just read you guys that students will be required to basically verify themselves 30 minutes before the exam. Now, once again, I'm sure the College Board has very advanced identity detection systems, but I think once again they greatly underestimate how clever students can be to cheating. And that also goes to say is what's stopping rich families from getting around this and having private tutors basically take the test for their kids. It's not really fair, and that's kind of why my first and second point kind of go hand in hand. But I'm just trying to make the point that as advanced as the college systems may be, it's not going to stop kids from cheating. And also, I'm sure many of you guys, like myself, probably have parents who are going to be in that room with you while you're taking the test, watching you like a hawk to make sure you don't cheat. So anyway, I want to mention my third point. And now this point is probably my most important point, and it's probably the point that is probably the most agreeable. And if you think about it, the AP test is supposed to test a whole year's worth of knowledge into a test. That's why the tests were like 4 hours, because they were going to test your knowledge from the entire school year. But with 45 minutes and the possibility of only getting one question, how is that supposed to fairly test the student's knowledge of the subject? For example, this year I'm taking AP Physics, which is a very difficult subject. Now, fortunately for me, they're only testing us on stuff that you learned before this whole lockdown corona thing. But that's not to say that there's still units in physics that I'm probably better at than others. For example, I think I'm pretty good at forces, kinematics, energy, and momentum, but I'm not gonna lie, I suck at rotational motion and rotational forces and all that stuff. I really don't understand. So if we get one question on the exam day that's about rotational forces, is that really fair when I understand 99% of the subject except for that one point? And then I end up not getting college credit just because they happen to test me on something that I didn't understand? So basically what my third point is trying to make is that, is it really fair to determine whether or not a student deserves college credit only given one or two questions? And with that third point out of the way, let's get to my fourth and final point. And actually, I forgot to mention this in my review before, but these tests are now open note. Now, I'm kind of 50-50 on this one, because I think the College Board can't really enforce every single student to not look at their notes during the test. So in a way, I kind of agree with it, because it kind of helps prevent the whole cheating aspect. But at the same time, also kind of against it, because, I mean, what's the point of an AP test if you just look at your notes? Is it basically whoever has the better notes is who gets the college credit? But that's just overall my point for the fourth one. I'm kind of still 50-50 on whether or not I like open notes, but obviously you can't really enforce it if people are taking the test from home. But without further ado, that's going to end the video right there. And anyway, I'm not trying to criticize the College Board. They do great things. I mean, I have a college credit now because of them. But I think there just needs to be some improvements on these tests. I think they aren't really fair. And I think they should add more than one or two questions in a 45-minute test to determine whether or not somebody deserves a college credit. But again, that's just my opinion. I'm open to hearing what you guys have to say in the comments, so be sure to leave comments giving me your feedback on what you guys think about this. And if the College Board is watching, I'm not trying to criticize you guys. I'm just saying what I think about the test. And I know I probably have very little power in changing this, but I just want to give my thoughts. But anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed the video or enjoyed my points, be sure to leave a like and maybe a sub if you thought I deserved it. But anyway, guys, I'll see y'all in the next video.